Hello, Maddie.
Hi, Carrington.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
I wanted to follow up really quick a little bit about your knee. I know we've talked about that a lot this semester and your ACL and how that's been kind of a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk to me how that's going and how it's been for you recently?
Yeah, so I had surgery early October, and my projected release date at that time was late May, and so I was really looking forward to that. And like as we were getting there, I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting stronger, I'm doing so much better. You know, I like the things I was doing in May and like the things I'm doing now. I was like, I couldn't even have dreamed of the day after I had surgery, because I was like, this is the end, I'm gonna die. Which is dramatic, obviously. I didn't die, it was my leg. But so we got to mid-May, and he was like, well, probably another month, just because when they redid my ACL, they did it out of my hamstring, and then I also tore both my meniscuses and my MCL, and so just like all of those things on top of each other really added up. And then so my hamstring, they took out part of it to make my ACL, and they obviously couldn't tell pre-op how my hamstring was going to react to that. But they say like there's a few people whose hamstrings just react terribly to it and just can't recoup afterwards, and obviously mine is one of them. So it's just been like such a long road and so discouraging, just because I want to be doing the things that I was used to be doing 7 months ago, and I really thought by now it'd be like so much better than how it is. But it's just like, just today I got dry needled, and like last week I got dry needled, and the week before, and like it's just been so many rounds of like dry needling and O'Graston, of so like I'm at PT all the time, and it's just so time consuming and like unnecessary feeling, you know. So it just gets so repetitive, and like I feel like I'm not making as big of strides as I want to be, really. So
I can definitely hear that you're discouraged, and kind of rightfully so. This definitely sounds like it's been a long process. In what ways have you been able to kind of stay positive through all of it?
Really, I mean, I kind of just think I'm positive as a human, honestly. So it's just like laugh it off, really. And like my PT has been awesome, and he's been so helpful to me, and like, okay, Maddie, like you can do this, and then once we get past this week, then we can move on to this. And you know, it's just like seeing those little steps, and once I step back, like I can see how far I've gotten. But it's just, you know, in the moment it's so frustrating, like you say. But really just like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and knowing that like it's just my knee, and life could be so much worse, you know. It's just like once I get past this, it's just a phase of life, and I'm gonna be stronger afterwards than I was before. So just like staying on the bright side of
Well,
things.
it sounds
really.
like you're keeping a really, really positive attitude. I know that sports injuries can be just a total pain, like you said. So I know that's probably very difficult, but it sounds like you're doing really well through it.
Thanks.
Is there anything else that you're going through that you kind of wanted to touch in on?
Really just end of the semester stuff, you know, all the papers, all the finals, all that kind of stuff. I had a paper due at 2 o'clock today that I started at noon, so just the procrastinating is kind of kicking in, and which I hate and I don't mean to do, but then all of a sudden I just don't have the motivation. So just getting to summer and having a nice break before summer classes start up really is the main goal right now.
Maybe one of the ways you can help with your procrastination is to make a schedule or something like that. Have you thought about doing something?
Yeah, that's a great idea. I really should. Definitely. Yeah.
Well, I hope that the rest of your semester goes really well. We are actually at the end of our session, and not only end of our session right now, but the end of our semester of work. And I just want to let you know that it has been such a joy working with you and hearing about what's going on in your life and how you're handling all of it. So,
well, thank you so much for all of your help. I really appreciate it. It's been a great semester.
you're welcome, Maddy.
Thank you. Hi, Carrington. How are you?
I'm doing good. How's it going?
Good. Very good. I know in the past we've been talking about just kind of your homework load and how everything's just been with basketball and all sorts of things. But is there anything else that you really want to talk about today, or?
You know, actually specifically, yeah, school is still really kind of stressful at points. I feel like there's just waves that have happened through the semester where some weeks are really light, and I think I fall in love with those moments so much that the heavier weeks are like, whoa, this isn't nearly as fun. I know I have one of those weeks coming up, and I'm trying to cram a bunch of stuff to get ahead so that next week isn't as stressful. So that's definitely where my focus is right now, and just trying to stay motivated. I think most days I don't even want to go to class at this point, but it's knowing that, okay, I'm almost done. I need to continue to do that.
Right. I definitely, that feeling at the end of the semester is kind of just like so ready to be done and kind of worn out and just need that mental break. How do you think you're just going to push through the rest of the semester?
I think just like remembering that it's so close to being done, and knowing I've put in so much work, not to quit now is always what kind of keeps me going. Also, like, I set goals for myself at the beginning of the semester and what I want to accomplish and what I think is reasonable to accomplish as far as grades and things like that. So pretty competitive, especially with myself. So I want to compete to achieve those goals, and I think that definitely keeps me going.
Of course. Do you think that, so you did set goals for yourself at the beginning of the semester, and I think that's a great way for you to stay on top of things because of your competitive nature. How have those goals been going this semester?
I think they're going pretty well.
Good.
I try and check my grades. Not all professors post them, so sometimes I'm like doing the math in my head.
Right.
Well, maybe not in my head. I use a
calculator.
Yeah, but I do the math a little bit by myself to see where I'm at and how I'm doing, or I talk to professors and things like that. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied so far.
Good.
So I'm hoping that I can finish strong. I don't want to let myself down, and that's, I think, how I would feel if I didn't do as well in certain classes.
Of course. How are you feeling about finals?
I'm feeling pretty good. At this point, I think I should only have like one actual test final.
Good.
So that's like, I can put all my energy towards that final, which is one of my toughest classes. Actually, probably is my toughest class. So it's kind of good that that's the only one, so that I can really put my focus fully towards that.
Right, right. So have you ever thought about going maybe down to the tutoring center, down at SAS, or for your finals maybe?
You know, I actually haven't used SAS's tutoring center. I know if I ever need help in a class, I do try and go get help, so I think that's a great reference.
Yeah.
Is that going to get help definitely gives me a calm and a calming feeling.
Right, and just having that confidence going into a test, or, you know, whether it be a paper or a test, or, you know, yeah, it could be a great resource for you right now, especially. What are you doing this summer?
I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of conflicted. I think I should probably try and get a job. I think that's probably what I should do.
Responsibilities.
Yeah, something like being an adult. Half of me wants to like go and make money and start working more consistently, but then the other half is like, I'd just rather sit by the pool all
Enjoy
summer.
one of our last summers.
So I'm kind of conflicted with that, but I'm just gonna kind of roll with it, see what happens, probably apply at a few places.
Have you applied to anywhere yet?
I haven't applied to anywhere yet, so I'm still thinking of a couple options.
Right.
We'll see what happens with that.
So are you going to stay home, or are you going to go home? Are you going to stay around Baker for basketball, or what are you doing this
I'm not sure yet. Actually, our basketball schedule is kind of up in the air.
Okay.
Which is kind of a common theme for our basketball team, but we might be here in the summer, we might not, which is kind of where the conflict of getting a job is if I'm here working with basketball, which is kind of required. If my coach requires it, then I have to be here. It's part of the deal. So, but if not, then I'll probably definitely get a job.
And are you enjoying basketball?
It's going well. Good. Yeah, we're still working out, but it's been fun to kind of, we're not in the gym as much, so to kind of step away, get a recharge a little bit in the off season. So that's been nice.
Good. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really.
All right. Well, this actually concludes all of our sessions together. But it's been so great just listening to you and hopefully helping you as much as I can, and just listening to all that you have to say. And I think that you've just made leaps and bounds from where we've started at the beginning of this semester, Carrington.
Thank you. I definitely appreciated it.
Thank you.